Let's make some chocolate cupcakes for Valentine's Day with me. I'm making some moist chocolate cupcakes with raspberry frosting. Now I'm adding 90 grams of all-purpose flour. This is a ChatGPT recipe, so I hope it turns out okay. Now we're adding the cocoa powder, about half cup of cocoa powder. And I'm adding around 130 grams of sugar. Now 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And half a teaspoon of baking soda. The last step is salt. 1 egg. Half cup of milk. 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm whisking the wet ingredients all together, and the same with the dry ingredients, and now pouring the wet to the dry mixture while whisking them together until the mixture becomes dark and thick like this. Now I'm adding half cup of coffee to the mixture while stirring at the same time. And we have the final batter. I'll be using this tray today. Now let's add some liner to the tray. Now I'm filling these liners with 2/3 of batter. I was struggling a lot because the batter kept dripping everywhere. The rest of the batter, I'm adding some chocolate chips. So I learned this trick from TikTok. I'm gonna add these foil under the liners to create heart shapes. This is how they look like. Now I'm gonna do the rest of it. Time to bake. I'm baking them in 19 minutes. It's time to see the final result. They look so good, but the heart shapes aren't really clear. I guess because I filled too much batter in each liner. Taste test. This is actually not bad for the first time. It's not too sweet. Now I'm gonna make some raspberry puree for the raspberry frosting. Gonna blend, I think, 1 cup of the raspberry. This will have lots of seeds, so I have to strain it to a strainer. When we start making the frosting, I'm gonna beat this much butter. Adding in some icing sugar. Mix the sugar with the butter. Now we're gonna add like tiny little amount of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. And now we're gonna mix again. And then I'm gonna slowly add the raspberry puree. Okay, all good. Now we're gonna move on to the next part, is decorating. For this part, we're gonna do it in my room. I feel like it'd be better if I do it here. Then I'll keep the cakes in the room and surprise him once he's home. Here are all the cakes. We're just gonna use some of them, not all of them. I will just pick out whichever is the best. First, I think I'm gonna add the buttercream to the piping bag first. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this end off a little bit more. Tubing. Yep, like this. I'm so nervous. I've never done this before. I made a mess on this one and I'm using the chocolate chips to cover it. I start to get a hang of it, and look, my first perfect heart. Finally, I'm rearranging the cupcakes on the plate. Thank you so much for watching and happy Valentine. I will see you soon.